Alright, what's going on, guys? It's your boy KRAS7435. We back at it once again with another sports talk video. I wanted to make this video in reference to my NBA playoff predictions of what is going on right now. It seems like Cleveland is going to sweep Toronto, but more so, if they don't sweep them, it will still be good either or to see the Cleveland Cavaliers face the Boston Celtics. That's going to be like the likelihood of them, seeing them once again, which that's going to be a rematch, and hopefully Boston could beat them, but I doubt it because, LeBron James, he's not the best player known to the league, so the Boston Celtics having to play this well, could probably come to an end versus Cleveland, but who knows, because, LeBron James has choked, and he has done by far the most insane things ever, in a playoff series that has allowed him to fail. And, for the West, the Warriors are looking like that they're going to beat the Pelicans. They're up 3-1. The Rockets, they're pretty much going to go right on to the next round. But I believe for the Rockets, they're going to do pretty well because I think Houston has more of a higher talent for scoring, but then again, the Warriors they do have their talents too. But for this next upcoming round for the conference finals, who do I think will probably advance for the finals? I think it could be Cleveland versus Golden State, or it could be Houston because I think Houston actually has a better team. I don't think Houston has so much of a high capacity of losing as much as they used to. And Harden, I think, I would probably say his defense has definitely gotten better. But he needs to start being a more, initiative and more high pressure on defense up against, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond because they do have their tendencies of trying to become very high skilled and talented, and it's really crazy enough to say that that these guys could really do some damage, and yet we don't really know how much talent we could see from the Warriors unless what the Warriors are actually just too good enough where no team could really beat them, and they could win another title. They could two-peat or three-peat. I don't really know what's at the number, but no, they won in 2015, they won in 2017, so yeah, 3P could definitely be on its way, but I don't know, it just really seems like that it's too easy for them to win, because competition is not really giving them what they want. Do I think Harden has a chance of beating them? It could be possible. Harden does have the capability of being a good player. I just don't think that when we see the teamwork of what Houston could possibly bring, that could really hurt their chances of beating GSW, in which I would like GSW to get beat, but I'm not going to put my breath and put my money on, GSW to probably lose, but I probably would think Houston could probably beat them of two possible reasons, because James Harden, he's a beast, and he's been averaging 40 plus points every single game, and he is technically considered the new scoring champion, and he's just really good. James Harden, I'm pretty sure he should win Defensive Player of the Year along with MVP, but no, I think James Harden is good enough for MVP because he has scored way more points within one season, which he's getting 40 plus points every single game. But then again, it's not about the points, it's all about your teamwork, camaraderie. There's a whole bunch of factors of winning MVP. But then again, how do we really know? I don't really know. I think James Harden has a talent in which most players don't, where he does put in his time to make the hardest shots known to the NBA. And he will dunk lights out if he really wants to, but James Harden is a scorer, and we've seen it from his days in OKC, and he should have been traded a long time ago. But then again, James Harden, he made his, you know, he made his career over in Houston, and I probably would say he would stay in Houston to be more loyal to the team, and there would be more, teamwork, chemistry built upon James Harden, and there really wouldn't be as many problems as we say that there are, and it's only in essence due to how we see out of what Harden and like the Rockets can do. So if we think that the Rockets are compatible of winning, what would be the factors of James Harden and his team to win? There would have to be more teamwork, more ball movement. James Harden really needs to start playing more inside ball because I feel like, in order to win, you have to foul out, let the team's best players. And that's how their best players will start to die out because, the players are getting fatigued, they're losing, and they're getting more fouls and team fouls because if you get bonuses, then that could also help you win too. So I think that is also beneficial of beating the Warriors. I really don't think it's that difficult beating them. You just have to start playing more conservative basketball, and more people will start to understand, the problems in which, basketball needs to be more of a classical game. Because right now we've mutated basketball to say that you need threes to win. Is that really true? That's not really true because even without the Boston Celtics for Larry Bird, he's gotten beat out multiple times by, the Chicago Bulls along with the, Milwaukee Bucks, the, Atlanta Hawks where they played more inside ball. And, inside ball technically actually plays a lot more, better. But it's just like, yes, small ball could also work too. Because, if you do play it out more in a more conservative point of view, and you pass it out, and you make sure that your rebounds count for every part of the game, that is pretty damn good. And I think that is where we need to be for seeing basketball. Because there's too many threes being shot. It's the same thing, but then again, I actually don't mind it because basketball has definitely sped up more. You got players that are 6'5" that could bang 20 to 33s, to average up to at least 30 to 40 points. Where back then a 6'5" guard could only make less than 20 points, and let the taller you were, let the slower you played, and more guys used to do that back in the 50s, leading on to the 60s and 70s until the 80s and 90s. Things had to speed up, and it actually got the game more intensified. And I believe that is where people need to be for fighting that success, because that's where the success for basketball should have been. I think there's just so much to ask about because we really don't know where we could see ourselves in the future for ball, coming as the years go on. But I think for the Warriors gameplay, they have most of that inspiration spread to people to say you do need to shoot threes. And that's the same thing with the Rockets. But the Rockets, they used to play a lot of small ball until they started becoming more 3-point, hungry to alienate their players to shoot more threes. And I just feel like, that's like a requirement to somehow win games. And I'm just like sitting here like, no, Harden is a very good player. And don't get me wrong, I think that the Warriors could definitely kick ass up against Rockets because this is like a new team that we're talking. This isn't like the 2015 Warriors up against James Harden for the Eastern Conference semis. We're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green and Klay Thompson. So that is a team in which people know that these guys could really do a lot of damage. So if we want to see the team, that is going to beat the Warriors, the Rockets, they do have a solid chance, but I don't think that the Rockets could beat them unless James Harden, he has to go for 50, he has to drop a shit ton of assists, he has to make sure that his players are getting, good looks to, go after, people that are having a hot hand and suppressing the defense more. So, I mean, there's a lot of factors to it. I think that the Rockets could have a chance, but there is a lot to come. So, I just wanted to make this video in reference to my thoughts on it, and I believe that it will be a very good series. Oh, and let's talk about Boston and Cleveland real quick. I think Boston could really beat Cleveland if they play good defense and start passing the ball more. They really have to start intricating on more of a conservative type basketball to tire out Cleveland, like what Cleveland had to go through when they were facing, I believe it had to been the Wizards or no, with the Pacers back then. So I mean, Cleveland has a good chance. Cleveland has a lot of good opportunities to win, but for Boston, they definitely have a great team. Jason Tatum, he is blasting out 20 points a game. This kid is really unstoppable. He's like a legend, in a rookie body, and that's really where his career is gonna go, to legendary. So I think Jason Tatum, he's been born ready for the NBA, and he can win. Like nobody cannot beat him. He has always been like the best player, known to like his gameplay. But can we see this as like a next year step up to winning a title or years to come? Of course, I think Jason Tatum, along with Jaylen Brown, they could really win titles, but they have to really show to the Cleveland Cavaliers of how good they are, because this will result into them actually being like the best team for the Eastern Conference, and maybe this will scare Cleveland. Could we really see that happening? So I don't really know. I think that is going to be a very interesting series. With Kyrie being out, it just comes to show how hungry that the Celtics are to win, and most of them would try to do as much work as possible in order to get this NBA Finals. Then, if the Celtics were to make the finals up against the Warriors, that would be insane. Jason Tatum would probably be, lucky if he were to be like the first rookie in order to win a title, because no rookie has ever done that. Unless, you want to talk about Michael Jordan being close to going to like the finals, but he had to beat Larry Bird, but Larry Bird beat him out. So, I think it's good that we could see this. I would like for the Celtics to beat the Cavs, so that way LeBron could get traded, and I think that would be very good to see a lot of competition for these two teams. So, all right, I'll see you guys later, and hope you guys have a good night. All right, peace out, bye.